I was really struggling at all the three sections, CR, RC, and sentence correction, to be honest. You could see a significant variation in the length of RC passages that
Right,
you encounter in the exam. Some passages are
right.
really, really lengthy and some are really small. And I think one thing that really helped me in both DI and RC was there is this one class of yours that I was attending,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a mention of small thing saying ki yaar, as probably Indians we tend to read it twice before
Mm-hmm.
moving forward. Ki let me fully understand it. I think
Mm-hmm.
that might not be the best strategy to fully understand it, as you had mentioned. You just read it
Right,
once. You do it for 3 to 4, 5, 6 passages, you would get
mm,
accustomed to it. And
right,
I
right,
think that's what I tried doing
mm,
over the RC and CR as well, and it
right.
really helped to reduce the amount of time taken for each question.
It's with a great amount of pride that I introduce someone with 100 percentile, and it's just amazing when somebody can score this, and that too in the most recently introduced section, data insights, 100 percentile score. So first of all, absolutely congratulations, Aditya,
Thank
and
you.
welcome to the session. Aditya, first of all, I know that verbal was one thing that you probably were struggling with more. So let me talk more about the verbal part. How has it the whole journey of verbal been for you, first of all?
So initially, when I started, I mean,
Right.
verbal was one thing that I was struggling at, right?
Mhm.
Uh, I was really struggling at all the three sections, CR, RC, and sentence correction. To be honest, RC was still to some extent decent enough, but CR
Mhm.
and sentence correction was really bad. So and I also had little small less amount of time, before the
Right.
exam, because I wanted to apply for round two.
Right.
So I thought ki focus edition would be kind of better, since I would have to do only two of the three,
Right.
right?
Very correct. Yeah.
Yeah, so I went ahead with the Focus Edition, and I joined the top 1% self-coaching course, right? And I think the octave part that actually really helped me, especially
Mm-hmm.
for RC and for CR. I mean, the way to eliminate answers, way to look at the CR questions. I think that was something really important that helped me
Right.
move really fast. I mean,
Right.
yeah, I did not understand how to process things in verbal, right? Coming from an
Mm.
engineering background, how to do maths, but how to do verbal is something that I did not understand, and I think it
Right.
was
Right.
helpful to go through those lectures.
Right. Great to know. So, in your exam, particularly, what was your experience? In which order did you attempt, and what all you studied in verbal? That also you can tell. And in your exam, how did you go about it? Let's say, and did you find anything unusual? Was it pretty smooth? Just let us know both, please.
I think the exam experience was really smooth. uh,
Was it an online or at the center attempt?
it was at the center exam. It was
Okay.
a smooth experience. On how did I approach the exam? It was quant first, then
Mm-hmm.
DI, and then a break, and then verbal is how I
Okay.
approached it. Yeah. uh, I think questions were, pretty similar to what you would see in the top 1% material. I think I followed the top 1% material. I religiously followed that study plan that was shared, right?
Right, right,
I
right.
did the pre-work. I exactly watched those lectures, and I exactly did the post-work. Uh,
Right.
I did not have to go through a lot of material after that. Uh,
Mhm.
and I think the questions are really on similar lines, just that
Right,
you could see a significant variation in the length of RC passages that
right,
you encounter in uh, the exam. Some passages are
right,
really, really lengthy and some are really small.
right, right. And were you able to really finish within time the three sections, or was there a time crunch in any section for you?
So yeah, that's the really good aspect of it, was I was able to do all three of them within the time frame. Uh,
Right.
And I think one thing that really helped me in both DI and RC was there is this one class of yours that I was attending,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a mention of small thing saying ki yaar, as probably Indians we tend to read it twice before
Mm-hmm.
moving forward. Ki let me fully understand it. I
Mm-hmm.
think that might not be the best strategy to fully understand it, as you had mentioned. You just read it
Right.
once you do it for 3 to 4, 5, 6 passages, you would get
Mm.
accustomed to it. And
Right,
I
right,
think that's what I tried doing
mm,
over the RC and CR as well. And it
right.
really helped to reduce the amount of time taken for each question.
And any unusual type of question at all in any of the sections that you saw from whatever you had practiced?
I don't think so that I
Okay.
saw something unusual. Sometimes questions in quant are really super lengthy or
Hmm.
tough to crack. But I mean, but some are really easy. So if you
Yeah.
spend enough time, you can also crack the tough questions because you can dedicate 4 or 5 minutes for that particular question.
If you have been doing some questions very, very quickly, then you definitely can.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
And in the verbal content, generally, did you improve immediately the moment you studied, or you had some look at time gap in terms of its struggle not happening, and eventually it suddenly happened? What was it like? Please tell.
I think it was an exact linear graph to speak,
Mm,
right? Initially, I improved. I mean, step graph to a certain extent.
mm,
Initially, I improved a lot, and then it was slow improvement
mm,
uh, as I solved more questions.
mhm,
I think the one factor that helped me in the last 3 or 4 days was when I was trying mocks.
mhm.
uh, Doing the questions that are given in pre-work or post-work with the use
Right.
of octave
Mm,
is easy, right? You
mm,
can
mm.
you can do the questions through octave, but when you are
Right.
sitting in the exam, it's
Mm,
really tough to gather your mind and say कि यार I am not going to verify the right answer, I am going to
mhm.
eliminate the wrong answers. It's really tough to do that mentally,
Right. Right. Right.
but I think that's what I got accustomed to in the 4 mocks that I was able to give before it, and
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that really helped. Ki I did not waste my time on trying to verify the tough answers, and rather just
Right.
eliminated the four wrong options.
All right. For everybody's benefit, what Aditya is saying, as I say, eliminate wrong answers, but don't be hung up on why the right answer is right. This is what he's trying to say. Superb. And any piece of advice for people who will be writing the exam, anything you would like to just comment on or something, let me know, please. That as well.
I think DI section, I would like to say ki it is very easy.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, just the fact that the questions are super super lengthy to read.
Mm-hmm.
uh, we probably want to get accustomed to reading those questions fast and only once, as you had mentioned in
Mm-hmm.
verbal also.
Right.
Similar applies to data insights as well. Ki read the question
Mm-hmm.
just once, and further on it's just like simple maths, 5 into 10, 12 into 5.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we have
Right.
to
Right.
do.
One person is asking in the chat window, is that did you use the review edit option at all?
Yeah, I actually did not use the review edit option, but if you are short on time, it could be helpful because in my mocks, what happened was ki, I was giving the last question.
Mm-hmm.
I was stuck between two options. I chose one,
Mm.
and I thought ki it would get auto submitted, but it did
Right.
not. You have to click that pop up may open
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
before submitting. Yeah, so if you are short on time, you can use that. I did not have to use it.
When and another one question, when did you think you were ready? Like, what was the indication that now I can go and write? Now I'm confident I can write the exam. Was there any point in your prep that you felt I'm ready?
Uh, I mean, I was getting confident on verbal. I was already confident on quant. That was not a problem. I was getting confident on verbal through practice.
Mm-hmm.
I had done each lecture with
Mm-hmm.
pre-work and post-work. Post that, I was feeling pretty confident on doing it. I did 2 mocks. One first mock score was really, really poor, but then I, actually applied the octave. In the first mock, I did not apply the octave, right?
Mm-hmm.
As I had told it, it is pretty difficult to mentally uh, do octave, right?
Elimination only, right? Yeah.
Elimination only is mentally tough on us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the exam is, expensive. The exam is only, it's such a big task. It's a big milestone, and you want yourself to verify the final answer.
Mm-hmm. Right, right,
But yeah, I applied the octave, and there was a sudden improvement. After that, I felt ki it's just the time constraint.
right,
Uh,
right.
yeah. And there is this time pressure index that GMAT mocks give you. I think
Mm-hmm.
really helpful. I tried to bring
Right.
down time pressure index to zero, and it helped me.
It's really, really good to see that thing. So, Aditya, are you applying right now, or will you wait for another year and then apply? What is the plan?
I have applied to a couple of schools right now,
Hmm.
taken help of pottery. Uh,
Great.
yeah, and post that we will see. I mean, there was crunch of time, so we couldn't do more than two schools right now.
Yeah, yeah, you recently got the score. All the
Mhm.
way best, man, and please go ahead and really smash it. Whenever you apply next year, probably you'll be applying to some, maybe you get through in the applications that you've already made. And all the very best. If you get an interview admit, please at double the speed also if possible. Please watch the Know the World series. You
Yes,
will
yes,
genuinely.
I've already
Oh,
started.
right,
Yeah.
right. That is great. So it will help you tremendously with the interviews. Believe me. So. All right, Aditya, all the very best. There are people, they will never stop with the questions. I will explain to them. All right. Very, very happy that you could achieve a milestone like this. The first reported 100 percentile score from a student across the world. I mean, this is just an achievement of a different type. Yeah.
Thank you, Sandeep.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All the best, everyone. Bye.
Right. Bye bye.